I'm Jenny. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining me today. I'm so glad you're here. I appreciate you spending some time with me. So today I am finishing up my very first glue book, and you might remember several weeks ago I showed this to you because I had done some coloring pages when I was ill and I was kind of off camera and out of my studio for a while. About all I could do was color, so I had done some coloring pages, and I did a video where I took those coloring pages and I put them into a glue book, and I just used some file folders as the covers. And so I have done all of the pages, but I want to kind of put some finishing touches on it. I was watching, I don't know, I watched probably 4 or 5 different people doing glue books. And at the end, they kind of go through and put some things in. So I brought along some stickers and some washi tape, things that I tend not to use as much because I thought this would be a really good place to use them. So I thought this would be fun, and we could add that. I have a pen in case we want to write anything, although I don't really intend on writing anything. You can see I have started just kind of a little list of like words and stuff here, and I have a little stack of some sentiments that we can kind of scatter in. So we'll just kind of flip through page by page and see what we think each page needs. I've learned some things while I was doing the glue booking. First, I've learned that I'm obsessed with it. I know, like I need something else to be obsessed with, but I am. And I think because it's freedom to collage just for the sake of collage. And I would kind of delineate. I've seen several people talk about different delineations and you know, whether or not something's a glue book or an art journal or you know, collage something, that kind of stuff. Oh, I guess that's glued. Okay, so I'll need to get some glue if we want that one. But one of the things that I thought was an interesting take was that an art journal, a collage, is something you compose. Whereas just a straight, like we call them glue books because all we do is glue things down in them. But traditionally, a glue book was just someplace, it was sort of like a scrapbook. You just put all of the scraps and you kind of just put them in order. So it would be, you know, newspaper clippings, receipts, little drawings, anything you found that you liked, but it would all just kind of go in the order you found it. It would just be a big empty pages, and you would just glue them down. So traditionally, scrapbooks were kind of like that. There would be pictures, there would be articles, there would be, you know, cuttings from like a pressed flower maybe. There would be, you know, any kind of thing, a receipt for something with a little explanation of what it is. Anything that seemed like something somebody wanted to hold on to. Hold on just a minute. That's my phone. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. We're having my mother-in-law over for dinner tonight, and my husband had a question. He's at the store picking up some stuff, and he had a question about what to get. So anyway, so a traditional glue book would be more of a scrapbook kind of thing, where you would just glue in things and save them. And they would be more in chronological order, or maybe grouped by person or something like that. But they would not be necessarily a collage that is arranged in an artful way. And so I think, hello kid, crafting with cats today. I think, you know, calling our collages and stuff glue books is a little of a misnomer, because everybody I watch is specifically arranging things in a way that's pleasing to the eye. Maybe it tells a story, maybe it's just fun to look at, maybe it's just interesting, but it's something that has been specifically arranged for viewing. And so I think, you know, I had always kind of thought about glue books as something that was kind of like, oh, I don't know, it's just a glue book. But having done one now, I can tell you I am obsessed, because I feel like it's a place where I can just be, you know, it's just kind of an artistic outlet that is like, I don't want to say it's easy because sometimes it's not. Sometimes you're definitely stuck for how to move forward. But it is definitely an artistic outlet that is approachable and accessible to lots of people in lots of ways. And so for that, I think that glue books are kind of getting a bad rap. Like I feel like there's kind of the idea that a glue book is not as artistic as something else, and I would argue that it is completely an artistic endeavor. And you know, and I was guilty. I kind of had this thought of what I thought a glue book was, but having done one, I can tell you it's a lot of fun. It's challenging in a design way. Okay, I thought I was going to get to use this washi tape, but I am not going to get to. Okay, I'll just pick something else. It's challenging from a design perspective. You can set themes, you know, which I think are interesting. This one I kind of did by color, and I just picked a color from the coloring page opposite of it. So I didn't really plan it in advance. Like that, just a little bit of pop of something there, I think. I didn't plan it in advance. I didn't choose specific colors in advance or things like that. I didn't, you know, harvest magazines looking for anything in particular. I just kind of, went through stuff and picked out things, and that was kind of it. And that's okay. And so this was my first foray. Can't get that washi tape to tear. My first foray into a glue book. And so I had started, remember I told you the coloring pages had bled through, the color was all on the back. So I covered it with like a collage of paper to begin with. And then I kind of just started doing other stuff on top and used this as my background. So some of them you can see a lot more of the background. This was the very first page I did, and you can see more of the background. As we go through, less of the background shows on some of them, and I became more confident in covering more of that stuff. So I feel like it my perspective kind of changed a little bit as I went. I like that. So I feel like I became more comfortable with the idea of glue booking. Just gonna put in a couple things here, a couple little stickers. And so I feel like this was an excellent creative exercise. So you can see on this one, this is one of my favorite pages. I love this page because I love pink, first of all. So I love this, you know, antique-y looking tray with the pitcher and the plates and this, you know, mid-century furniture. And, you know, but here I started using just backgrounds for the sake of backgrounds, even though I already kind of had a background here. And also I started, you know, gluing more things onto the coloring pages as well. Let's see, what do I have in pink that we could maybe, I don't want to do too much to this page because I really just love it the way it is. So maybe we'll just add another little flower somewhere. And I like the idea of going through and using up some stickers, and those are red, and adding, you know, just adding a finishing touch here and there. Just to, you know, fill in some places. I already have a sentiment here, but I have some other things. Let's see, what else? I have this one, Vintage Love, but it's very large, and I don't want to cover up too much of that. Oh, maybe this. It's not printed in pink, but I kind of gave myself some leeway on this glue book. I did not, you know, I picked a color for the page, like this is pink because it goes with these pink flowers. But you know, if it didn't, you know, quite fit the color, but it was close, or it had one of the other colors in it, like this has green printing and there's a lot of green over here. You know, that's a good choice. So I just want to flip through and finish off some of these things. And I do like the idea of flipping through and just, you know, is there a spot to put in something else? See, here again, this was a later page and I covered up almost every bit of the background. There's really just not much showing there. There's no sentiment here. I've put one down here that goes with the cats, but let's see what we have. Is there something, my little list here? You dream, you dare, you fly. Maybe with that little bird. I like that. That might be a good choice. Let's put that one in. So this was an experiment in creativity, and it was a lot of fun. And I think I want to do another one. Let's move that up a little. There we go. I think I want to do another one that's dedicated to color. So I definitely want to keep doing some glue booking, and keep trying something, you know, new and different. That's pretty. Let's put that there. And because this is a three ring binder kind of binding, I can put some things with dimension in it. So some of these stickers, like this sticker, has a little bit of dimension to it. But because of the binding, that's okay. Now, if I were doing a comp book or something like that, I would probably not put that in. I also need to find a better way, I think, to organize the pictures I have. I had kind of put them into some plastic envelopes that kind of like baggies, like oversized plastic baggies. No, I think just that one and that one is good. Anything over here? Maybe we'll put some over here. But I find that unless I use a very large 12 by 12 baggie, it's kind of not big enough. And then I have all these baggies and I don't know how to keep them together. We are thinking about taking a road trip to visit some friends and family. And so I'd like to be able to take something with me to do. I really like taking along little projects, things that I can do on the road or on vacation, because I get an itch to, you know, do something creative, even on vacation, because that's, you know, that's my happy place. So, you know, some people are like, really, you do that all the time? Do you have to do that on vacation? Well, I don't have to, but I want to, or I want the option to do that. You know, if we're doing something else and we're out sightseeing and we're somewhere interesting, and, you know, I might be collecting things to go in my glue book later, or my junk journal, either one. And I think you could junk journal, glue book. I think you could like glue down all kinds of things, and a junk journal kind of is a glue book in many ways. But we write in it and make it more of a journal, or we add other things. We draw, or we add artwork, and we do mixed media and that kind of stuff, which makes it less of a glue book. But the pages where we just collage are definitely glue book style things. So I think there's just kind of a fuzzy line between all of those things. You know, maybe down here where Adventure Beckons. You know, I think there's definitely overlap. So it's hard, you know, to say, well, that's this or that's that. We could do That's, yeah, we can have that little bird right there. Okay. And I already put down, you know, adventures here and adventure beckons. You know, so I think we have to keep an open mind, and I am guilty of not necessarily doing that. Sometimes I make a judgment about something before I have really tried it. You know, I think, oh, that's not for me. Not that anything is bad or wrong, but just whether or not something is for me. You know, and then sometimes I try things and I'm like, oh, that really is right up my alley. Why didn't I do this before? So, you know, I have some other stickers here. I'm trying to decide whether to put something else in. There could be a few little things in here, I think, if I had something small. You know, so I think it's just a matter of giving things a try sometimes, and not kind of deciding ahead of time that something's not for you, or maybe it's not what you think it is, you know. And I think that's, in this case, I think that's really what happened, is it's just not what I thought it was going to be. I'm happy to use up some of these little stickers. I like stickers, and for a while I bought a lot of stickers at Dollar Tree, and I don't really buy very many anymore because I have stickers, and I have discovered that I just don't use them unless I'm buying them for a specific project. It's better, I feel like it's better if I just don't buy them, because I tend to, like these just kind of scattered, I tend to buy them and then not use them. So, you know, that's kind of where I am with that. Maybe right on the line over here. Like that. Okay, I don't really have a sentiment here. I mean, there's the One in Wind's Choice on that, but there's really nothing else written on here. We could put something over here. We could do the Vintage Love and separate it so that it didn't take up the whole page. What else do I have? I feel this way a lot. What happens when your ideas never shut off in your mind? What does happen? I'm not always sure what happens sometimes. Sometimes I lose a lot of sleep. So, but I imagine many of you feel that way as well. That it's hard to get your head to shut down sometimes. And then I'm overwhelmed because I have so many ideas. I don't know which one to do. And then I think sometimes that one is right or wrong or better than the other. And artistically, there is no right or wrong better than the other. To be honest, it's just a matter of, you know, which one I'm going to do first. And sometimes the problem is I'm afraid that you know, like the idea is going to go away. I'm going to forget it. So, you know, I have to write down something so that I don't lose it before I can, you know, get it done, because I have so many other ideas. So, and I'm sure you guys can relate to that. I know lots of people who are like that. And creative people are really like that. So you might start, you know, start a little journal if you need one to write things down. Here's another one that I just love. I think pink is my favorite. So I think the pink pages are my favorite colors. And I think I just love that. And I like this here, An Awakening of Agency. I like this. This is a quote from Oscar Wilde. I don't say we all ought to misbehave, but we ought to look as if we could. And I like this, An Awakening of Agency. I think that's something that happens to all of us. And I feel like sometimes, where's my pink stack? I bet I don't have much pink because I've used a lot of the pink. Let's pull some washi tape. I like this. I think sometimes, you know, when we're young, we're, on one hand, we often, you know, seem brash, but then we also are, you know, worried about what everybody thinks about us and things like that. And then I think sometimes as we age, we realize that the only opinion that really matters is our own. At least I have come to that conclusion. Having spent 30 years as a teacher, I spent a lot of time worrying about what everybody else wanted me to do, instead of just doing what I thought was the best thing to do, what I knew was right. So, but that's another story altogether. I think that happens to a lot of us. So I think just a little bit of edging, and it's a little wonky, but I don't mind. I don't mind that it's wonky. What else? Do we have another? Can I add? Maybe I should add some of the tape up here too, to the top of the kitty cat here. Like that. We'll just do a stripe up there as well. Just so there's something there. Right, we could do some down the side. So this is, you know, obviously because of the coloring pages, this is not a pure glue book, but it is my first one. It will not be my last one. Even my husband the other day was like, I'm really, you know, kind of infatuated with the idea of a glue book. And I'm like, yeah, me too. We could put something else there. Don't search for happiness, create it yourself. I like that one, it's nice and pink. I'm hoping the lighting is good. I turned off my overhead light in favor of some natural light today, because it's super hot. It's 112 degrees today, I think, or 113. I'm not sure. Not that there's much difference between 112 and 113. Once you get past 110, it all feels really hot. So I am trying to stay cool. There we go. Yep, I like that. Just finishing this up. So as you can see, as I went through, I covered more and more of the pages, and I like them much better. So in my next glue book, I am not going to do any background like this. I am just going to probably start, I'll probably use an old composition book because I have several. So I may just you know, go with the composition book. I want to probably just reuse something I already have. I have a couple that are, you know, that are new, that have been sitting in my stash for a while. But then I also have a couple that are not in the best of shape that I have used for other things. And so I might be able to repurpose them into something. And so I think that might be a way to go. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Let's see, this is all kind of grays and silvers. What do I have? I have this. This is black with gold on it. I already have a piece of, you know, text over here, but I feel like it's kind of getting lost in the background, so maybe a little border, something, you know, some kind of little border here would be a good choice. to bring some attention to that. It's a little long. That makes that stand out a little more. Should we put one more? Should we do kind of a triangle and finish it? I think so. I think that would be good. Okay. Turn it that way a little bit. That's just a little long. Well, if I can peel it back up a little bit, I'll snip it off. There we go. Yep, I like that better because now it kind of, you know, pulls your eye to this, which is what I want you to see. And I like that quote. And then I like this over here as well. There's some empty space over here. I wonder about putting something there. What do I have? This is kind of like pink and purple and red and gray. I don't know, do I have something? It doesn't really seem to fit it, does it? What else do I have? Oh, there's my pink stuff. It was underneath one of the yellow things. Oops. I'm like, we have pink. I thought I had pink. Apparently I do. I just didn't realize it was there. Yellow. I don't really see anything. I don't seem to really have anything I think that would go over here more. Maybe some more washi tape delineating like this one. Might be a good idea. I don't have any silver washi tape. How do I not have silver? A couple things in gold. If I can find the end. Do you guys struggle to find the end of your washi tape? I don't usually see it. I usually just have to kind of peel it till I feel it. There we go. There it is. Maybe something like that. That's better. I like that better too. Okay, so I think that one's done. Okay, this one, you can see again, I filled pretty much everything because of the ring binding. I didn't pull it out and do the edges and repunch it, although I definitely could have. This one doesn't have any sentiment on it at all. I have this one from Henry Miller, One's Destination is Never a Place, but rather a New Way of Looking at Things. That seems very apropos for this book. Could do it across the top up there. But it's definitely going to need a little something to draw attention to it, I think. Let's see, what do we have? What do we have? What do we have? I mean, this is a red page, although you can see it does have some other colors mixed in. As I said, I was not super like it has to be red. Like there's red, it's predominantly red down here, but there's a lot of other shades as well. Yellow and orange. Maybe this orangey. Maybe this orange would be nice. I think we're going to need to glue that rather than tape it because there's not enough edge to tape it, I don't think. So we'll glue it and we'll put the tape out around it. I didn't bring a page to glue on, so maybe here. That's good. I don't want to interfere too much with Wonder Woman for President because, you know, I think that would be pretty cool. I am definitely in favor of Wonder Woman for President. There we go. go. I think that's good. Okay, so that adds something there. The rest of it looks pretty good. I don't know, do I have any little red flowers? We could just add along the edges maybe. This one's kind of got a straight edge. Let's break up that edge right there a little bit. Nope, I think those are, well, maybe that one. Up along here. Yeah, or down here. Nope, here. Like it's growing out of this, or here. I think up here to break up this edge. Okay. Okay. And then do we have anything to put over here maybe? What happens when you believe in magic? Do you believe in magic in a young girl's heart, right? That's always a good song. I like those old vintage songs. Showing my age. It's okay. Okay. And I think whatever of these words and sayings and stuff that I've left, these are things that I've cut out. So I'm going to probably go ahead and glue them into that front cover where you see that you saw that I'd already just kind of started randomly gluing some in there. So I put some in there, and then I thought, oh, I should save them and put them on the pages. And then now that, once we're done with the pages, I'll put the rest of them there. Okay, just drop the cap to my glue. I think, again, this is nice, but you don't see it as much because it needs a little something to pull your eye to it. I think this was the second page I did, and again, you can see, so there's a little more of the background showing. I'm not being, super like it has to line up and be square here. Although I am having trouble tearing it, I seem to be twisting it when I'm trying to tear it, so I will cut it, I think. There we go. I really like this quote, a creative life is an amplified life. I think that's true. I think we live out loud when we live creatively. I didn't bring anything else with the cats. I should have probably, huh? We could do the vintage love over here. Maybe. So yeah, I'm looking at this page going, I like the page, I like the colors and stuff, but I see a lot of empty space that I probably could have filled with something else. Maybe I have some little flowers or something to put in there. I don't know, because, when you think through, like you're looking at it and making kind of a composition stuff to start with, then you don't really want to fill it with other things, although that's kind of pretty. Kind of like that, so let's do that. This kind of a paper flower here. Kind of just adds a little something to it. I have another one that's more blue, which this is very green, so I think we'll stick with that. So we've outlined that, added there, so that's good, I think. And I think there's only like a couple more pages here. And again, so this is a later page that I filled up. This one, I think, we have a lot of white space over on the coloring page side, so maybe we'll put some stuff over there if I can get hold of these stickers. All right, just to add something over here that's more fun. Those are a little more yellow. So I don't think I have very much red. Probably should have brought some butterflies too, but I did not. Let's see. Those are more orange, so. Okay, so let's put a sentiment or something up here. The human spirit is stronger than anything that can happen to it. I like that. That would be a lot of contrast over here, but I don't really want to cover that up, so let's put it here, and then we'll put some washi tape around it. What do I have? Something in red. Red. This one's kind of nice. I do think this is a good use of my coloring pages, so I don't know, if I do some more coloring, which I do every now and then. I kind of get on a kick and do coloring, and then I don't color. I tend to color things to use in something else. Like a lot of times I color pages to use them in my junk journal or something like that. There we go. And that's like, look at me. So we can look up there. How many pages are left? 1, 2, 3, not very many, but kind of running out of sentiments here. I don't know, I may have to stop and go get some. I like this one, She Shines From Within. I thought I brought enough, but apparently I did not. So again, we're back to the pink. Can you tell that I love the pink? Pink is definitely my favorite. Okay, so I'm gonna pause for a second and see if I can find some more sentiments to maybe drop in on some of these pages. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just went and pulled some different things that I have been sitting in my stash for a while. I really like this. This is Flower Child. I like that one for this. I also have one that says Beautiful. I like this one. We'd have to split it up. I was doing this with some stamps, and you can see I kind of wasn't quite straight, and it was a little off kilter and wonky, but maybe that's what makes it interesting, is that it's a little off kilter and a little wonky. And I like that she's smiling. A lot of the models, they always look so serious. And so one of the things I liked about this picture, put my trash bin too far away. One of the things I liked about this picture is that she's smiling. So, we could put that. Or we could put it that way. Or we could put it down here together, maybe. Just kind of separate it so it's not like one big block. She Shines From Within, maybe at the top. I think I like it at the top better. I want to use this one, and I know it's wonky, but that's okay. When I was stamping it, I stamped a couple because I was using them for another project, and so sometimes it takes a little while to get it right. This little stamp set I have, I don't have anything that lines them up, so you just kind of have to eyeball it. So sometimes when I eyeball it, it's not straight. So there it is, you know. Okay, so we've got that. And I have some glitter pink that maybe we can just put a line down here. Okay, like that. And I love this. Pink is my favorite color, I think, when I'm working with things. I like to wear pink. It's not my favorite color to wear. I love blue and purple and things like that, but definitely when I'm working on things, I really love pink. I think this is fun. The box is yellow, but the crayons are all different colors, and I wonder about putting you know, when it rains, look for rainbows. And there's a rainbow after every storm. I said this one was the cat's pajamas. I know this is, you know, creativity, inspiration, your voice, but I wonder about just putting this with the Crayolas here. I think maybe here. I might straighten that out just a little bit on the bottom. Just there, I think. Just a little something extra. I'm gonna lose that cap again. You know, when I got up to get those, you'd think I would have gotten like an old magazine to do my gluing on, but I did not. Of course I didn't. Why would I do that? Right. Okay, I like that. And then this is the next to last page. This is the only one that's all purple. And I did put a poem in here, and I feel like it takes up a lot of space, that it makes a lot of white space. So I do think I want to put a flower or two here, but I think I want to take off any of the green. Just to fill in, you can see where I've cut here. I don't want to cover up any of the words. It's that, you know, it's that poem, when I'm old, I shall wear purple. But maybe I shouldn't wait till I'm old, right? So I think that helps break it up a little bit. Maybe, let's see, do I have a little bit of, I have a couple of things of purple. The other one's a very reddy purple. This is kind of a bluey purple, I think. Good. But just put a piece of washi tape along the edge here, I think. I think that's a little better. Okay, like that. And I've already glued a little Dare to Be Different over here. Then the very last one I did in browns, because I cut out a lot of stuff that was kind of antique-y brown, and it's like, well, I don't really know where to put that. So I don't know. I have some white, some kind of white flowers we could put there maybe. Or I have some washi tape. I don't know. That seems very stark against that, doesn't it? Let's see, what do I have? I have some vintagey looking washi tape, I think. Maybe just along the edge here, just to cover this up. I'm having trouble with my washi tape today. Or maybe it's just user error, which it probably is. Okay, I think just a little piece, I think just kind of, just along the edge, maybe just to give it a little something there. It's not quite so much starkness. I think that might be a good choice. I'll just rein in the corner a little bit. Okay. All right, and that brings us to the back of the book where I have just put in that it was my very first glue book, and I put in the months I did it. I think I started it in May, and today is July. I'm not sure what the day is. I know it's July though. So I'm not going to do anything else to the back cover, but I am going to flip back to that front and see if I want to put a few more of these words in. I had said I was going to put whatever I had left, but I went and pulled out a bunch more, so maybe I have too many. So I do want to put a few things here. Oops. Thought I got enough glue on that. Apparently I did not. There we go. Left my towel somewhere. Yeah. I think that's good. While we're finishing this up, I would appreciate it very much if you would give me a like, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would invite you to do so. If you have subscribed, I thank you for your support, and I appreciate that you come hang out with me. A few favorites. Let's see, what else? This one's a sticker, I think. Live in the Sunshine. It is a sticker. Okay. I think that's probably enough to kind of finish that up. I just want to make it look like there's stuff there. Okay. As I was saying, I appreciate you hanging out with me. Thank you so much for your time. Until next time, remember, use what you have to make your life more beautiful. Bye.